Hey. It's your boy Certified Big Phil. Welcome back to another video. I'm gonna react to this guy been going around is Young Savage the Don or something like that.
Nope.
Young Sauce God the Don, Young Sauce the Don.
Nope.
I forgot what his name was. It's Young Don the Sauce God. So we're gonna watch this video. It's an animated storytelling video. See what's going on. He's going around the internet. But let's get into this video. Hey, hit that subscribe button. You come across this video, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Brain fart. And like the video and share it, because sharing helps me grow. It gets me out there, let people know I'm up here doing videos. So let's get into this video.
So I'm coming down the hill, big cheesing, right? My girl's cheering me on. I'm feeling like a young Shaun White, you feel me? But it didn't take long for me to be like, all right, how do I stop this? Yo, how do I stop this? Bro, I couldn't stop. There are certain things you can only see if you go to certain parts of the world. A lot of people live their whole lives without seeing things that you or me may take for granted. Take for example, some people have never seen a beach. Now, to me, that sounds crazy because I grew up in Jamaica, a Caribbean island, so I knew what beaches were like before I could talk. But a consequence of growing up in a tropical climate is that we don't really have seasons. It's pretty much summer year round, which means we don't have a winter. Which means I didn't know what snow looked like for most.
That's how it is most parts of America. Shoot, my whole time I been living in Georgia, I probably seen snow once. I had to leave out of Georgia just to see snow, and I barely seen it then.
Of my life. In fact, the first time I ever saw snow was during the winter a few years ago when my girlfriend back in college took me to the mountains here in California. We had been dating for at least a couple years at this point, so she thought it was time for me to pop that cherry. You feel me? So me, my girlfriend, her sister, and her sister's boyfriend, we all pack up the SUV and set our sights for Bear Mountain, a popular ski and snowboarding destination located in the city of Big Bear, California. Now, from the jump, I was very excited because I always wondered what the snow was like. Growing up, whenever Christmas time rolled around, all my favorite channels would air movies and TV shows where snow was a big part of the whole thing. My mom would be in the kitchen cooking breakfast, playing Christmas music, and this dude on the radio talking about let it snow, let it snow. I'm like, where? When? How? So the whole ride to the mountain, I'm like, I'm about to make a snowman. I'm about to make snow angels. I'm about to beat my girl in the face with this snow, you feel me? So we're driving up the mountain, and the higher up we go, the more snow I'm starting to see on the ground. By the time we get to the top, it was a winter wonderland, bro. I felt like a kid. It was so much snow. We get to the top and park. I jump out the car. The snow makes a crunchy sound under the weight of my boots. The skin on my face gets tight as it gets hit with the brisk, crisp, clean, cold air. Ugh. I look down and I think, okay.
Bro, I'm telling you, you think it's gonna be all fun. You snow, oh wow. Nope, you get out, your face turn into scrape, ash, crunch, sandpaper. It's horrible.
It's time to see what this is really all about. I reach down and I grab a handful of pure white snow. I hold it in my hand. I look at it. And at that point, I realized, yo, this is just ice, bro. Why'd I think this was about to be like fluffy and soft and like powder? All of a sudden, I'm covered in snow. I turn around, nobody knows what happened. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to spray the whole block up. I grabbed 2 handfuls of snow, and right there and then, I had my first snowball fight with my girl and her people. And it was fun. So after that, we went to this like sled hill thing where basically you ride inner tubes down this little hill, and it was very fun. Once that was done, we went to this big cabin food hall spot and got some pizza and some french fries. And everybody was having a good time. But I was over the whole sled thing. I didn't want to go back to that. And we still had plenty of daylight left. And that's when I saw a poster advertising some ski and snowboarding activities. So I turned to my girl, I'm like, hey, let's go snowboarding. She looks at me like, really? I'm like, yeah, can't be that hard, right? Feet are strapped to the board. She looks at her sister was with it. So then we're like, bet, let's go snowboarding. So we find a rental shop, get all the gear, and as I'm getting suited and booted, I turn to the shop guy and I'm like, yo, is this hard? He's like, nah, just look at other people. You look athletic. Yeah, you'll get the hang of it. See, I was the only one.
See right there? He set you up for failure. He set you up for failure. That's because he didn't want to be there. He didn't like his job. He don't like you. He don't like that job. It's cold. It's probably below 0. It's cold, and he gotta be there till 8, 9 o'clock. So he gonna set you up for failure. His life. He can't enjoy his life, so he gonna ruin yours. You don't ever ask nobody who work at a job, oh, is this easy or is this gonna be complicated? No, because they gonna set you up for failure. The thing you know, they gonna set you up. He don't like his job.
In the group getting a snowboard, everybody else was getting skis. So I didn't have someone to teach me. My girl's like, hey, why don't you get skis so we can teach you, and maybe next time we'll plan ahead and we can take all the snowboarding classes together. I'm like, babe,
I feel like snowboarding would be easier to learn. I feel like skis are more complicated. I want to go snowboarding. I feel like snowboarding would be easier because it's like just one thing. You just, with skis you gotta wash it. It's so long. You might get caught up on a tree or something. I feel like it's easier to learn snowboarding.
I ain't riding no skis. I waited my whole life to do this. I was born to do this. Plus, dude say it's not even that hard, so, don't worry about it. She's like, all right,
trying to set you up for failure.
So we get to the slopes, we pay to get in, and walk right up to the bottom of the ski lift. I strapped one foot onto the snowboard, and then with the other foot, I pushed around on the snow, kind of like a skateboard. And then I realized, this really isn't that hard. In fact, I dare say it is easier to stay balanced on a snowboard than a skateboard. And I may have done a little longboarding back in high school in Florida, so I was like, yo, I got this. My girl looked at me a little impressed and was like, all right, let's get to it. So we get on the ski lift, it takes us up the hill. I strap my other foot onto the board and I gaze across the slope. I'm seeing little kids ripping through the snow, no problem. I'm like, this is about to be cake. We get off the ski lift at the first stop, the top of the bunny slopes, for the beginners. My girl and her sister take off, and now I'm just there standing by myself, looking down the length of the hill. And then I go for it. Started off slow, but within seconds I started picking up a good amount of speed. So I'm coming down the hill, big cheesing, right?
Cool,
my girl's cheering me on. I'm feeling like a young Shaun White, you feel me?
But it's easier to start, but
long for me to be like, all right, how do I stop this?
Yup.
Yo, how do I stop this? Bro, I couldn't stop. So I'm going down the hill. I'm going faster and faster.
And he just picking up speed. It's easier to start, but you stop it, boy, that's something else. That's like easy to take off, but landing, that's going to be some trouble.
And I'm like, yo.
Now he in a situation.
I get all the way to the bottom of the mountain, snowboard past everybody, snowboard past a stop here mark, and glide right into these ropes that I guess are like the last resort for the noobs who don't know how to stop. and I get clotheslined and put on my
And a
back.
strong
But
rope.
to be honest, didn't hurt that bad. And in hindsight, I probably was only going like 10 miles an hour. So not that bad. My ego was a little bruised, but I figured, yo, this is clearly my first time. Also, I was the only black person on the hill, so give me a break, all right? My girl was half white, half Mexican, by the way. So I get up, my girl comes through and is like, are you good? I'm like, yeah. She's like, wow, okay. So I think you're supposed to turn your board and that's how you stop. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, look at that kid over there. I look over and there he was, like a 12-year-old, stopping on command by turning his board perpendicular to the slope and tilting on his board. So I'm like, got it. We get back on the ski lift, get to the top, and this time I was like, I'm about to eat this hill.
You did a good job.
See, I've always
time.
been a full throttle kind of guy. So I lean in, I take off, and this time I am going down that hill, bro. Easily 18 miles an hour, which if you've ever been on like one of those electric scooters, that's faster than the top speed of the scooter. So I'm zooming down, I'm like halfway down the hill when I'm like, okay, time to stop. I turn my body, get the board perpendicular to the mountain, and then in the blink of an eye,
Houston, we have takeoff.
I am now airborne, but not in a good way. More of a, I'm about to break my back, bro. I land on my back, my head hits the ground, and I feel like I just got laid out by an enemy.
Hey, think about it. Snow, you may think it's soft, so you think that probably won't hurt, but that shit hurts. No, forgive me. That don't hurt. You fall on snow, it's like falling on the ground. It's the same thing. It hurts. So imagine that if you, I don't know how high it was, probably wasn't that high, but it hurts. Just let you know.
NFL defensive lineman. My ears ringing, my neck hurts, and I'm just looking up into the sky, frozen. And if you've never been snowboarding, you might be thinking, how bad could it hurt? You landed on snow. Well, the snow on the bunny slopes gets compressed from all the people boarding and skiing. So instead of a fluffy cushion, you're pretty much landing on solid ice. My girl skis over to me and is like, are you okay? I don't say anything. I don't even look at her. All I can think is, I turned the board like you said. She's like, babe, say something. I'm like, I want to go home. We get in the car. I'm wet, in pain, angry,
Ain't mad at her.
miserable. We drop off
turned
the
the board
rentals
wrong.
and head back home. Whole time, everyone's quiet. My girl turns to me and is like, I told you to get this. Don't.
He just didn't do it right. I feel like snowboarding is easier. Snowboarding is way easier. That's it.
Why do I waste my time? Girl, I know
I feel like, but I'm saying like snowboarding, I feel like would be so much easier to learn than skiing. Cause skiing, you got to turn the skis a certain way to, you know, to get to where you need to. I'm saying I feel like that's more complicated. Then you got these sticks you got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's snowboarding all about your balance. If you can balance yourself, you're good. You just I just feel like it's easier to learn because you don't have too much to do. It's just about balance. That's it. That's all you gotta get yourself together with, is balance. But that's it for the video, y'all. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you come across this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification bell so you know when I upload. And please share the video. Help me get out there, help me grow. But until next time, until next reaction or video game, peace.